1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 7, Peter says this, "Give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you." Now, that word give is probably also translated cast in some of your Bibles. I've got a lot of different translations, and that's the way it's translated sometimes, is cast. Now, I want you to know I've done a lot of research on that word over the years, and that's because I'm a fisherman. I love to fly fish. And in fly fishing, there's a term that's often used. It's called loading the rod. Let me explain it to you this way. Loading the rod means that when you pull the rod back to get ready to cast, you load the rod with energy, with the weight from the fly line. And all the energy now is in the rod so that when you throw it out, it's going to go a long ways. So that's loading the rod. You're loading it with the energy necessary to make the cast. Then, here's the other side of that. When you cast the line, that's when all of that energy is unloaded. So there's a term for that. It's called unload the rod. And here's the application for us. It wasn't just a fishing lesson for you today, as much as I'd like to be out fly fishing, all right? But here's the lesson. Here's how it applies to what we're talking about. Prayer is unloading your cares, your worries, your fears, your anxieties onto God. That's what prayer is all about. So just like the stress from the rod is unloaded when it's cast, all the stress from your worry, your fear, your anxiety is released when you pray to God. Isn't that great? I mean, God gives us that ability to unload on Him, to relieve all the stress in our life. You know, there's a lot of folks out in the world that are trying to find relief from stress in all the wrong ways. They sometimes do it through alcohol. They sometimes do it through anger. They sometimes do it through sex. There's all kinds of ways that people are trying to find relief from the stress and worries of life. And God says, let me give you something that really works. Something that's really going to help you. Prayer. Prayer works. It changes things. It can change anything. Worry can't change a thing.